Oh God, I hate you for making me do
Powered by
this every
Volkswagen
time.
Business Energy.
Hello
Hello,
and welcome
everybody.
everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome to Corporate Pistons episode 11.
Which
How
is
are you, Adi?
technically 12 in the other countdown, but yes, 11
Oh, for
officially.
flip's sake. At some point we're gonna need to have like a clear cut. Maybe we skip episode 13 or something and then we're fully
Like Aston Martin did with DB13, they skipped it and went straight to uh
exactly.
yeah.
Or fun fact, do you know
Oh
there are
no,
a lot of
no,
airlines
they
who
skipped DB10, I think. I don't know, I can't remember. No, they're supposed to keep DB13, I think. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, do you know there are quite a few airlines out there who purposely skip row 13?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I
it's
I
no
knew
joke.
this actually. I
Yeah,
knew this
I
actually.
think.
No, I know. I know you're serious, and I actually knew this. Yes. Uh,
Okay, okay.
it's funny enough. That actually brings to our main topic of the day, which is actually travel in the corporate world, travel for business. So that's a
Indeed.
nice input you gave there, Bogdan. Very cool.
Yeah, too bad we have another section in the way. Otherwise, it would have been the perfect segue into the next segment. Um,
No, it's okay. Corporate meetings always get derailed with something else in the middle, so it's we're sticking to our normal trend. It's all good.
indeed.
Corporate rant of the
So,
week. Do you have any?
I do, but just before I dive into mine, would you like sharing why don't you have one for this week?
Yeah, sure. I've actually been on leave this week. Technically, I'm on leave next week as well. Not the entire week. I'll be back in the office on Thursday, but I am
Mm-hmm.
on vacation. Much, well overdue, much needed break. But it's only break from our day job, our regular job. I have been working nonstop for my other job, which it doesn't feel like a job, but I've been able to make some serious progress. I did take a small drive down to the lake again, Lake Constance. Um,
Your own private lake in your backyard that you just casually go and chill upon whenever you feel
I
like
mean,
it.
it's only a 2 hour drive, and it's genuinely a beautiful drive, especially as you get further south in Germany, where the Black
Mm-hmm.
Forest is. I love any chance I get, I just love driving down there. So I did
Nice.
that. I went to a cafe. I am considering doing it again tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Everything is very spontaneous with me. So.
Mm.
Yeah, so I went down to a cafe, sat by the lake, got some work done for like solid 5 to 6 hours of my other job, that other thing that I do. And then I drove back home in the evening and passed out. That's it. It was nice. But other
Nice.
than that, I've just been at home. I also I'm not a gamer at all. Like I've never been into video
Yeah,
games or anything like that. It's just
I
not
know.
me. But
Mm-hmm.
there's one game that I've always wanted to play recently, which is Cyberpunk 2027 or 2077.
I've heard
I don't know
about
if you
it.
know it.
Never played it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it, and I've seen some footage here and there. It just looked very. I like that whole like cyberpunk theme and that sort of like cyberpunk future. They actually released that game for Mac OS th like
What?
last week on Thursday or something. Yeah, I know. It's like one of the very first triple A like high-end game that's now been optimized for Mac OS. I mean, you do have to have a Apple chip in your Mac. It doesn't work if you have an Intel chip on the older
Okay,
MacBook.
so I'm out.
My old MacBook. Sorry to break your heart, my friend. But
I'm used to it, don't worry.
I, aren't we all? Don't worry, you're not alone. No, but they also had it on sale for like 60% off. I mean, if it was more than like 40, $50, I wasn't gonna buy it, but they had a 60% off, like an introductory discount for Mac OS, and I bought it for like 35 euros. I'm so bad at it, I'm still not even past the training modules. I suck at it, so I can't even get past it.
Practice makes
So
perfect, my friend.
exactly, exactly. So I'm getting there. Slowly I'll improve at my own pace. And it's just and I also don't play it like regularly. So it's just like 5, 10 minutes a day. Or at the max I spent like 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's it. So anyway, so that's what's been
Nice.
happening on my vacation time. Sorry. So no corporate
Mm.
friend, but just relaxing off time. Uh
It's quite
I
nice that you
am
mentioned
supposed to
sorry, go ahead. Yeah. What are we supposed to do?
I was supposed to go to France actually. I had actually booked a hotel as well. I was going to take my mom because she
Hmm.
wanted to see the lavender fields in southern France, in the Provence
Oh, that's
area. I don't know if
beautiful.
you know this. Yeah, I also do a little bit of photography as a hobby on the side, so I thought maybe I could get a nice shot. But unfortunately, things didn't work out. Logistics and a little bit of sickness.
Your mom stood you
Nothing
up.
sick. No, no, my mom fell sick a little bit, and so I
Mm,
had to cancel it. And I didn't want to go by myself because it was planned for her really.
I
So
get
I
that. Yeah.
just canceled it. Hopefully, some other time. But anyway, that's it.
All
That's
right.
it really.
You've been a busy boy. It's quite funny you mentioned, the short drive over to the lake in the back of your own mansion that you're living at, Lake Constance and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Because
Mm-hmm.
today I literally just got home. We're recording this quite late on a Sunday, and
Yeah.
I just got home from like a 400-ish kilometer round trip with a motorcycle.
Oh,
And this
damn.
morning I actually ran like a 10K cross race, like up a mountain. And
Holy shit.
honestly, I cannot tell you a single joint in my body that's not aching at the moment. Like I'm completely destroyed and probably half paralyzed.
I wouldn't even be conscious at this point if I did that. Damn,
It
respect.
was good fun. Plus a heavy night of drinking the night before because why the
Of
fuck
course,
not?
that's a given. That's like a precursor to
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
No
But
respect. Oh
anyway,
my
to
God. Let's roll this, get this rolling, and then maybe you
I
can
do have
rest
a
in the
corporate
next
rant of the
30.
week still.
Yes, go for it.
Um,
All yours.
that was just my humble brag of, look, I'm also fit and I'm doing stuff. But I also have a corporate rant of the week in the sense that starting tomorrow, so or today actually, because this episode is going out on a Monday, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my manager is actually on holiday, so he took like a parental leave for a couple of months, which, yeah, that's entirely his right. I'm happy for him. I think it's a great thing. So, nothing but positive on that front. However, you know how I'm not in this department or in this team for a long time. Every
Mm-hmm.
single time he was on a holiday, and we're talking to 2 weeks max, my
Mm.
workload doubled and my anxiety level tripled the time he was away.
Oh,
And
geez.
now I'm facing 2 months of him not being there. So I'm really going into the next week, not very sure of what life is gonna throw at me.
Mm.
And there is that level of anxiety-ish, not knowing, yeah, what the world is gonna throw at you. Because there are a couple of proxies in place, but you know how proxies are. They're not 100% bulletproof, and they can help you with some stuff, but not the nitty-bitty stuff usually. So very curious to see how the next couple of months are gonna roll by in my life. I might have a lot more corporate rants going further. That's what I'm trying to say.
Good. Makes our podcast a bit more juicy. That's good.
We like a good juicy one. Right. So, moving back to the main theme of today's episode, we said
Yes,
we're going to talk about corporate travel or business travel
corporate
or
travel.
just travel.
Yes. No, I mean corporate travel, travel in the business world, traveling for business. That's sort of what I had in mind. So we can go into it. Do you
Right.
have any
Let me ask
specific
you a
topics
question.
to share?
I mean, what the main question was, to see nowadays, how often would you say you are traveling for work these days? Because
Yeah.
at least in my case, after I changed jobs at the end of last year,
Mm-hmm.
my new job requires a lot less, well, basically no business travel so far. There might be one or two opportunities, but
Yeah.
compared to the other job where I was on a plane for business travel at least once a month, if not twice or three times a month, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the the sheer amount of time I spend in airports has decreased dramatically this year.
Mm.
So, how often are you traveling for work these days?
Sadly, very, very less. I mean, so when I started this job about 6 years ago, the first year I had quite a bit of travel because I had all these training that my boss was putting me into, workshops and trainings, and those always used to be in different cities or even different countries. Um, Now, however, it's been almost zero, I would say, traveling for work. There is the occasional trip within the region to a different location of our
Mm-hmm.
company, but that's
Yeah.
less than 100 kilometers. Like it, you go in the morning,
Yeah,
have a couple of meetings, continue the work from there, and then come
yeah,
back pretty much in the
that
evening.
doesn't
That
count as
doesn't
a
count.
business trip
I
for me.
I know that. No, it doesn't count as a proper business trip for me either. I'm just saying the extent of which I actually travel for work, that's just all it is at the moment. However, I am in the process of getting a UK visa through work because
Okay.
a trip to UK. I mean, this should have happened when you were there. Unfortunately, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't. Thank you, thanks to our wonderful customers. But now,
Yeah.
these customers, there is a genuine cause for me to be there, and they need me as well to coordinate a couple of things. And for that, so the visa, because I need a visa to travel to the UK, I can't just hop on a plane and go. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Even before Brexit, that is. So the visa is in process. I'm trying to obtain the visa,
Okay, nice.
and if it
Congratulations.
works out, then I will be traveling to the UK in August and maybe also in September.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, like you said, shame it's after I moved out of
I
the
know,
country,
I
but
know, I know. That sucks.
well, we'll take it. We'll take it, and I'm happy for you that things are finally moving because I remember we were talking about that trip. So, but anyway, going back to the topic, I do feel from the tone of your voice that you quite enjoy traveling for work. So you do seem to enjoy this travel aspect of your job.
I do.
All right?
I actually genuinely enjoy going for work. I enjoy the hotel stays. It would be even better if I could fly somewhere for work. That would be really nice. I mean, not just like Germany to UK. I'm talking about like to Asia or South America or US or
Mm-hmm.
anywhere, so somewhere a bit further away. That would be really nice. But yes, in general, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, same. And I think it's quite funny because there are people out there who I know from the experience or friends of friends telling me that they know people who have turned down jobs and walked away from interviews because the job they were applying for they found out required some extent of business travel.
Oh man.
And yeah, and I do know this firsthand. There are people out there who genuinely say they cannot get a good night's sleep if they're not in their own bed or if they're not in a well-known environment or stuff like that. So
Mm.
that that has happened.
I mean, I feel
Um,
for
b-
them because I have a couple of family members who are like that. I mean, doesn't matter what travel it is, they can't sleep if it's unfamiliar. But
mhm. Which is very interesting because I, for one, that's a problem I never had. Like, you know, if
me neither.
anything, most often than not, I find hotel beds. Doesn't matter how dodgy or shabby the hotel is. I find them really cool and comfortable and fun to sleep in.
I
Because
I
I don't know, every time
100% agree with you.
it's just something about I don't know, it's a very stiff, usually quite high up mattress or something like that. It's not the sort of mattress I would invest or buy for my own home. But for those one or
Mm.
two nights or 3 nights that I'm spending in a hotel, they actually feel
Hmm.
quite good to just yeah, chill there and not having to make my own bed in the morning. That's a
I
blessing in
completely
itself.
agree. Completely agree.
Okay,
And
so
I
what?
also like the actual the hotels. I completely agree. I do enjoy staying at hotels. I sleep well. I have no issues. I do enjoy the actual travel part of it as well. You know, be it traveling on a train or taking a rental car or even a flight.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy that part as well. Getting to the airport and checking in. I mean, for any travel, but for corporate travel as well. It's awesome, I would say.
There was a time where I used to do, and to a good extent I still do, like I get all my reading done on my iPad, like my
Hmm.
private personal iPad.
Hmm.
And there was a time where I was taking my iPad with me everywhere, every time I travel, simply because it's light and it's the best alternative to have some sort of personal digital equipment with me. And
Yeah.
I was reading a flip ton of books just because of all the flying I was doing for work. Like I was at
Hmm.
like 3 to 5 novels a month, and that was mainly due to just being stuck in airplanes with no Wi-Fi, no distractions, just me pounding in page after page after page.
Nice.
So those were definitely the highlights of corporate travel. Because technically, traveling for work is considered the amount of time you spend in an airplane is considered working hours. Like
It is.
if your
Yes,
flight is
correct.
at 10 a.m. or something, those hours you're clocked in at work. But
Correct.
realistically, you cannot do a lot of work. Sure, you can work on the presentation, update some slides and whatnot, if you remember to save them locally on your laptop and download them. Otherwise, you're just
Hmm.
stuck for a few hours in a metal box with nothing to do but just chill, and the company's paying you for that. So it's a bit like a spa session.
Mm. Yeah, no,
So
I couldn't agree more. It
question is,
really
what's the
does.
part that you dislike the most about travel, especially corporate one?
Yes, and it's a very corporate dislike that I actually do have. It's the when you get back from travel, you know, you have to collect all your receipts and upload it to the system, and then they
Oh boy.
reimburse you for all that.
Yeah.
That that tool that we have at work and the whole process that we have at work is absolute shit show. I mean,
Yes.
it does not work. Like I we traveled to Vienna last year, me, my boss, and like one other colleague, um,
Mm-hmm.
to meet some other colleagues from the Vienna office, and it was only a one like 2 day trip. So we went on like a Thursday and then came back on like a Friday evening. Like it wasn't. It was less than. It was less than 36 hours, I would say. Uh,
Yeah.
and there weren't many bills. There weren't many things that we needed reimbursement anyway because the hotel was booked through the hotel. That stupid tool that we have at work, even to this day, it sends me a message every week on Sunday night so that I see it on Monday morning. It's an automated generated system saying I still haven't finished my travel booking thing.
I
Like
think I
it
know
says
how
like
you
I
can
haven't
turn that
uploaded.
off, but
No, we tried everything. They had my entire account reset on that stupid platform.
oh
It's like
damn.
a bug or something. It oh my and I also hate the process. Like it takes like okay, you can't get it you can't get the money back on this paycheck, but you have to wait till the next paycheck, the month after. I absolutely hate it. Oh my God.
Ah,
For a technology company, that is just for me, it's unacceptable.
it is, but to be honest, I totally get your pain point. I'm quite fortunate because there was a time when I became surprisingly proficient at submitting expenses and getting my money back through that awfully designed tool.
Well,
So
maybe then I'm gonna message you and I'm back in the office on Thursday through office, and then maybe you can help me figure out this nonsense.
yeah, yeah, we can have a look because I was on the phone with the guys from the finance team being like, are you sure you need to claim that? I'm like, yeah, it's been approved. Just give me my money. It was good
Oh
fun.
man. Yeah, so
Um,
that's the one part I don't like.
yeah, but that's a very company specific dislike rather than a business travel as an experience dislike.
Oh,
I'll
it's
tell you
it's
what my biggest dislike is,
yeah, tell me.
and also it's partially because of the role, but I think it's quite widely generally acceptable. It's just the hotel breakfast. Like 9 times out of 10, maybe it's just the shitty hotels that our company allows us to book in or something. But 9 times out of 10, it's like the same three pieces of salami and then the same four slices of toast. And if you're in the UK, you have like this bucket of baked beans to take something off. It's just there's nothing glamorous or nothing that'll make me excited to start my day in a hotel breakfast, especially those continental breakfasts. Like I had some decent ones along the way, but usually they're just boring as fuck and just depressing.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't mind those puny breakfasts because to me it's again like you mentioned, just like the bed and stuff like you mentioned. To me, it's still a luxury that I don't have to cook or prepare or make anything. I just go down there, eat something, be full, and then just walk out. That's it. Like I don't have to do anything. So that part of that thinking behind or that luxury behind having a hotel breakfast overrides any disadvantage or the mundane variety or the lack of variety
Uh,
at those breakfasts. I mean, I agree with you. It's usually the same shit, but I just it I'm just happy to have some breakfast. So
the problem with me is yeah, it's the same shit usually, but there's so much of it. In the morning, I still get baffled by that decision of, okay, what do I eat? Because there's so many options, and I end up walking around 2 or 3 times around those cabinets, with my plate in hand, looking like an idiot, trying to figure out what's good to eat and what's not. And
well,
then
you
at the
just eat a
end,
little
I
bit of
still end up
everything. That's
disappointed.
it. Well, you just eat a little
Fair
bit of
point.
everything. That's it.
Well, I have a
Not a
holiday in three
lot.
weeks.
Just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, put everything on a plate, eat it, and if you like something a little bit more, then you eat that a little bit more. That's it, done.
Thanks for explaining how eating works to me, Adi. Very much appreciated.
Well, I mean, anything to get you through your very difficult lifestyle, where all the hardships that you face.
Indeed, someone has to do it though. So yeah,
I'll tell you one other thing that I do like though. Sometimes, especially if it's a flight, yeah,
yeah.
sometimes, at least in our department, we have to do the booking ourselves, and then once the trip is done, we upload everything to that stupid tool, and then we get a reimbursement a month or two later. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I usually intentionally make sure I can do that because I don't know if this is going to cause some sort of like compliance issue or whatever, but I genuinely don't care because it's such a small thing. But it genuinely brings me joy. And that is, if I get
Linking your
the
Amex.
chance to book the flight myself,
Yeah.
I get the miles and I also get the points on my credit card because I usually use Amex.
Mm-hmm.
And Amex membership reward points are amazing. I can talk for hours about points. And so I genuinely enjoy booking these things, even the hotel if it's possible. Usually hotels they don't allow because we have to pick that hotel from that list and book it through there.
Oh,
But
really?
for the rental car or for the flight, sometimes they let us book, and I every chance I get, I try to book it so I can get the points.
It's interesting that you say it because at least when I was in the UK, I'm fully with you. I don't see how this is gonna cause any compliance issue or anything like that because in the UK there was an actual field when you were booking your flights, like the company would pay for your flights automatically, but there's a field for the rewards membership number. So I
Yeah,
was trying to get as many flights with British Airways as possible, just because I was putting in my own account number, and I was slowly working my way
yeah,
up to
yeah.
gold or titanium or whatever, platinum, whatever they call it these days. So
Mm-hmm.
that was, and company was 100% on board behind that. But then the interesting
Okay.
part was for us, hotels were always paid for by ourselves. Like you book them through that tool, but then
Mm.
even through that tool, you give in your own credit card details, and you either pay at the hotel when you get there, or they take the money off your card um, when you make the
I mean,
booking.
it's
But
it's
yeah, you
it's
still get the
happened to me
Amex
once
points.
or twice where I pay the hotel myself because they didn't have a payment option in that stupid portal. But that Vienna trip we went, it was all in that portal, so
Interesting.
we couldn't pay on our
Yeah.
own weirdly.
No.
But
For
anyway,
for us,
it's
there was not an option for the company to pay for your hotel. Like wherever you went, you had to pay for the hotel with your own credit card and then claim it back. Like the
okay.
we
That's actually
were
nice.
using the
That's
same
good.
tool, but there was no option. Similar how
Okay,
the
that's
colleagues in
good.
the US
More
don't
points.
have the option to use their private credit card for business travels.
Yeah.
Um, and they were I remember I had a business trip to the US, and they were all very jealous because I was flexing my Amex and getting all the points whilst in the US. And they're like, yes, we cannot use our own credit cards for travel.
That sucks.
So
But
yeah,
that's nice.
it's
Yeah.
fun. Same company, different processes, I guess.
I do have
Um,
I have heard horror stories though. My cousin, she lives in India and she works for this company, and she has a job where she travels a lot. I mean a lot. And
Good on
not just,
her.
and I don't mean just travel within India or like to different cities. I mean like full on international travel. She goes to Europe all the time, and like she comes over when she's in Europe to visit us. Or sometimes she even crashes at my parents' house.
Nice.
Or she goes to the US. She goes to like the Middle East. Like she goes all over the place, and she does enjoy the travel when she's in that new country or different country. but the whole like booking process for them, I forget which company she works for, but it's a nightmare.
Anyway, we're not
This one
giving
time,
names.
yeah, no, we're not going to do names anyway. So yeah, exactly. Um, she once told me that she was at the airport ready to get on a plane to Italy because she had a
Mm-hmm.
like a 3 day conference or trip or something in Italy, and her company hadn't booked the hotel yet where she was going to stay. And then, like, she's
Oh,
in the
damn.
line to get on the flight, and she's on the phone with her company on like a, I don't know, like a Wednesday night at like 9 p.m. India time, and trying to get their company to book her a hotel. So once she lands in Milan or Rome or wherever it was, that she had a hotel to go to.
Oh,
And the funny
damn.
thing was, she said she didn't have like a corporate credit card or anything, like a company card that she could just
Mm-hmm.
use. Apparently, it had to be done through their travel or HR or logistics company or whatever. And we all know, like, yeah, that never works.
Uh,
And apparently, yeah,
yep.
and this has apparently happened multiple times. So it's no joke for some people, and I can understand if they completely hate and detest corporate travel. To our three and a half listeners, if you've had any horror stories or any awesome stories, like when something, please do share. We would love to chat about that again in a different episode, I would say.
And also, we're happy to hear some tips and tricks to make your business trip or travel life easier. You know, like
Correct.
I remember I was in and out from the same airports and stuff so often. I kind of
Mm.
learned which security lanes move faster, like because there were the mainstream ones where everyone was going to, and then I think it was in Stansted there was one line that was slightly off the beaten path normally,
Hmm.
so I always used to
Hmm.
go there for my security check. And that line actually had the new technology for luggage where you don't have to take off your electronics from the bag and your
You don't
liquids,
have to
everything
get
stay in the
completely
backpack.
naked and yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So that was my go-to move when I was through that airport. So can recommend it if you're
nice,
around the Stansted. Yeah, that's where you want to be.
nice.
And yeah, we are counting on our listeners to share some more travel
Yes, please
stories and
do. Please
tips and
comment,
tricks.
not just this topic, but any topic. Please do send in some comments and topics for discussions. We do need to renew our list of topics. We Bogdan and I had made a long list before we started the podcast. We're on the reserve, let's say. Would that be accurate, Bogdan?
Yeah, just like the
We
oil in
need to
my
do
car.
another
Yeah, we're
brainstorming session for the next few episodes, but please do send in your topics at least, and we can add that and do share stories. Yeah, that's awesome.
please do talk to us. Come on, we're friendly. Just
Yeah,
send
we're
us a
lonely,
message,
we're bored,
please.
we're yes, we don't want to die alone. Please talk to us.
And I think we just
Anything else
scared
on the
off
travel
everyone.
stuff, Bogdan?
Ah, well, except I'm ready to travel on my own holiday, but that's still a couple of weeks away. Um, but no, I think we can definitely revisit this topic for sure later on
Yes,
because I think, travel horror stories or travel success stories, I think that could be a conversation by itself.
by
So
itself. Yeah, exactly.
I'm 100% there for that. So yeah, no, I think we're ready to check in. What car would you like to be stuck in the on the autobahn this week?
Well, since I'm on vacation, I'm not going to be stuck. Um, and the car that, for some reason, that's been stuck in my head over the last 3 to 4 days is an Aston Martin DB11. Not the 12, but the 11.
Okay.
I feel like it's a very underrated car. Uh, I, I don't know. I genuinely like it more than the DB12. Don't get me wrong, the DB12 is spectacular. Every issue they had with the DB11, they pretty much fixed it, and it's a definitely a better car. But as far as the design goes, I think the DB11 is slightly more
Would you go
subtle
for
and
the coupe or for the convertible model?
the coupe. I'm not really a convertible person, especially not for cars like that. I do like the silhouette of the coupe, and it doesn't even matter if it's the V12 version or the AMG V8 version. I would love to be in an
Mm-hmm.
Aston Martin DB11 right now and on my way to south of France. Or yeah,
Okay. Nice,
anywhere.
nice.
That's me for this
I,
week. You?
I I also have something very exotic, and I have a bit of a. I think it's gonna be a bit of a Marmite-like proposal here because with
Hmm.
this thing you either love it or hate it,
Yeah.
and I would really love to be zooming around right now in an Abarth 124 Spider, if you know that
Oh,
one.
yes, of course. It's based on the Mazda MX-5.
Ish, but somehow they made it a lot more uglier from the front. Like,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not sure if
correct.
it's. I always was concerned, like, was it based on the MX-5 or on some sort of Alfa Romeo? Like, what's the base
No, no,
car on
it
that?
was based on the MX-5. That car was supposed to be an Alfa Romeo,
Mm-hmm.
but they in the last minute they canceled it and made it a Fiat. But it is definitely based on the ND version of the Mazda MX-5, the newest MX-5 ND.
Which is great because we know MX-5s are great cars, great fun.
Oh, it's
We like
fantastic.
MX-5s. With the Abarth one, I like the idea that, it's an Abarth, it's quite sporty. I'm sure it uses up oil and burns up oil when it drives as well, as all sporty cars do that I know. But
No,
I
I think it's a really reliable car because even the engine comes directly from the Mazda.
okay, so then yeah, if it comes from Mazda, then it should work.
I'm
But
not
no,
sure.
just
Don't quote me on it, but I'm 90% sure.
unless the Italians tune the engine, in which case it's fucked. But nevertheless, it's a fun little car. I
It
absolutely
is.
hate the headlights and looking at it from the front. Like I don't know.
Agreed.
It looks it looks like it's shocked of its own reflection. That's what that car inspired me. I look at it and it's like it's the morning after a massive hangover when you look in the mirror and you're like, holy shit, what's that dick tattoo look go on my face there for? So
Yeah.
that's the sort of vibe that car is giving from the front. But I think once you're
Hmm.
in it, you're nice and cozy, and I'm sure it's a fun little thing to throw around the corners. So
Mm.
that's what I would like to be driving in this week. Abarth
That's very
124
unique.
Spider.
I commend you for choosing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. That's me, and I want to be driving that on my way to the airport to fly on my holiday. I think I said that enough times
Awesome.
this episode. So yeah. But all right, I
Excellent.
think that has been this episode. So
Yeah.
to our 3.5 listeners, thank you very much for staying in with us and listening in. As Adi mentioned, please, please, please do get in touch with us. Send us your thoughts, your comments, your travel horror success stories, your favorite cars, your questions, your comments, your money, your love, your insults, whatever you can think of. Just send it over to us. Love to hear it and have it. Um,
Even if
and
you just have
yeah.
some anger or hate that you want to get out of your chest, we're happy to receive it. No problem.
Yeah, exactly. Pretend we are the therapist you can't afford right now. Just throw in all the generational
Yeah.
trauma our way. We'll do
Yeah,
something with it. Don't
exactly.
worry.
Exactly.
And as you do that, what else should they do, Adi?
Oh God, I hate you for making me do this every time. I really hate it. But okay. Please comment, like, and subscribe and share on all platforms.
Yes, indeed. So you'll find us on YouTube at Corporate Pistons. You'll find us on Instagram at Corporate Pistons. You can even email us at corporatepistons at
Corporatepistons at
outlook.com.
outlook.com.
Exactly. So no excuse not to get in touch. But that's been the episode this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.
Have a wonderful week. Yeah.
Indeed. Take care, everyone, and stay productive. Bye.
Toodles.